This session doesn't seem to be very robotic. I myself am also learning in this Zoom, so please try to make my life a bit more easy. Well, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Minitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. वंदेहम श्री गुरुम श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्री गुरुम वैष्णवांश्च श्री रूपम साग्रजातम सहगण रघुनाथम वितम तम सजीवम साद्वैतम सावधूतम परिजन सहितम कृष्ण चैतन्य देवम श्री राधा कृष्ण पादम सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखा वितंश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशकल्पतरुभ्यस्य कृपा सिन्धुव एव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Well, thank you so much for having me over for today's session. His Grace Akinchana Vittadas Prabhu and all the wonderful devotees of the Sankirtan Sunday. One of my most finest memories of book distribution has to be at the Soho Street, when I was watching all the devotees just go out there. And see, book distribution in India and book distribution in the West, there's a lot of difference. There's a lot of difference. In India, it's just like, Jai Jagannath, Hari Bol, और जी ये ले लो पुस्तक ले लो. So you just, you're like, ले लो जी ले लो, ये क्या है जी, ये तो कृष्ण है, ये पुस्तक है, कृष्ण के बारे में बताएगी. So in India, there's like a war. If you try to give Krishna to someone, he has Shivji, he has Ganesha, he's already a devotee of Kartikeya, right? So in India, there's like a war already between gods and demigods. This is my personal realization, what I saw. But in the West, when I was when I got an opportunity, maybe it was last year, last year, right? Last year, just last year. So I got a chance to do book distribution with the devotees. Monthly, what is it?
Sankirtan
Monthly
Festival.
monthly Sankirtan Fest. Yeah,
And it was
monthly
actually
Sankirtan.
this year.
I can't hear you, Prabhu, huh?
It was this year, Prabhu, in the
This
summer.
year. I came
Yes.
this year.
Yes.
Well, I'm probably living in another yuga. Okay, so it was this year, dear devotees. And yeah, I remember. So we all were there, and I was literally shaking because I have no idea. Like, I have no idea how to distribute books in the Western countries. And I can see some Matajis here, like Lolakshi Devi Mataji's over here. I don't know if Pari Mataji's over here. And there were a lot of young devotees who were there, and there was some nice kirtan going on. And
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hari Bol. And I was put with the group of, I can see Pari Mataji, Lolakshi Mataji, all these Matajis. And I was literally just standing there, and these girls and these Matajis were like, I felt like they were like in some mission. Like, it is actually a mission, that they were literally into a mission. I still remember every single person, old, young, small, tall, fat, thin, white, black, whatever color, whatever is, if they were crossing their Lakshman Rekha, literally, मैं बता रहा हूँ, it was like a Lakshman Rekha. We were like standing in one place. If they happened to enter into their Lakshman Rekha, they were on. Like, they were just there. And I saw them running behind people also. Please, 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 please take a book. Please take a book. Please just have a look. I was like, this is so good. So when I was asked to give this class, I told Akinchana Vittadas Prabhu, see, I'm not a book distributor, and I'm not on the streets out there every day distributing books. Prabhu, I'm not the right speaker for this audience, for this session. And there are so many stalwart speakers who have already spoken. What am I going to do? And Akinchana Vittadas Prabhu just knows how to get you. Oh, it's a poem. So I am just humbly begging in the lotus feet of all the devotees present over here, please bless me that I may speak something that may, encourage me and, maybe encourage you. All don't need any encouragement, but yes, maybe we can all remember the mood, the purpose of why this whole Gita Jayanti marathon Srila Prabhupada established. I like to start off because when I was preparing for the class, I sat down and I asked myself, when was the first time you distributed books? When was that first time? And then I was like, when? And then I went back to my Vrindavan Gurukul days, and then 1994. 1994, when I was in Vrindavan Gurukul, during those times, when it was our summer vacations, our Gurukul teachers used to take us for yatras. Sometimes we used to go to Udupi, sometimes we used to go to Rameshwaram, sometimes we used to go to Jagannath Puri, and sometimes this dham and that dham and this dham. So we were all like in yellow dhoti and kurta, theek hai ji, tilak lagaya hua tha. And we used to like obviously travel by trains, and then everyone used to get their own compartment, B1, B2, B3, aise karke. And then when everyone used to settle down, our ashram teacher used to call us, everyone come here. And then we used to all go to Prabhuji or Mataji. And okay, so two teams. Two teams for what? Okay, one team is Krishna team and the other team is Balaram team. Okay, now what are we going to do? And then our teachers used to have these small books, small books, some Bhagavad Gitas, some Upanishads, some Nectar of Instructions. And they used to hand it out to us. Okay, now go out on book distribution, because you can anyways not go anywhere now. The train is going. You're in the train for the next, say what, like 10 hours or 12 hours. ट्रेन से जंप तो मार नहीं सकते हैं, तो अब क्या करोगे? Go and distribute books. Go and distribute books. So now you're like small kids and you're given these books, and from sleeper class to first AC, सबको cover करना है. Our teachers used to tell us, they used to instruct us, no one should be left without a book. Our teachers are all Western. हमारा जो प्रसाद भी बनाते थे ना, वो भी इटालियन थे. अतानु प्रभु उनका नाम था, उनका नाम है. With all due respect. So this is what our teachers used to say, no one should be left without a book. अब हम सारे ना, now we all got into this competition mode. Now we are in two teams, right? My father often he often says to me, His Grace Sakshi Gopal Das Prabhu is serving as the temple president. Sometimes I ask him, so much competition, Pitaji, itna competition hai, Prabhu, there's so much competition. Devotees are like literally fighting over each other. There's so much competition. My father says, Beta, प्रचार भी competition में ही होता है. Until unless there is no competition, there won't be any preaching, there won't be any prachar, healthy competition. So now there's one team, Krishna team, and now you're in the Balram team. Half of us wanted to be in the Balram team because Balram anyway sounds more powerful. Balram sounds powerful. Balram, Bal, Bhai, Bal. So one time, a devotee asked Srila Prabhupada, who is more powerful, Krishna or Balaram? Prabhupada smiled and said, actually, everyone knows Balaram is much, much more powerful. But if you see very carefully, and if you visit the Krishna Balaram temple in Vrindavan Dham, just give me a minute, please. You will see Balaram has his hands on Krishna's shoulders. Balaram himself is Ananta Shesh. उनके पास वैसे इतना ब्रह्मांड का भार है. So Balram being so powerful, yet he has his hands on Krishna. Imagine how powerful Krishna must be, who is already taking the load of Balaram. So all these tips were given by our ashram teachers. We were like, okay, Krishna team is also fine, Balaram team is also fine. Now, why am I sharing you this small anecdote of my bachpan ki leela? It's because this is where I got my first lesson of book distribution. We said, Mataji, what if they don't take the book? And that's our question. Yeah, literally, that's the first question. What if they don't take the book? So then the ashram teacher used to say, you give them a sweet. If they don't take a book, just give them a sweet, and then you give them a big smile. Okay. So the first lesson of book distribution that I got in 1994 was, if they don't take the book, you give them a sweet. Now, this is what we did. And then second lesson came. What was that? Mataji, Prabhu, what if they ask us what is in the book? Because how does a small kid read the whole Bhagavad Gita? Even big devotees, we are not able to understand the whole Bhagavad Gita. What do we say if they ask us what is in the book? Do you know what is in the book? Then you tell them, yeah, I know what is in the book. What is in the book? You know what is in the book? If you read this book, you will become happy. Do you want to become happy? Who does not want to become happy? And the person will say, yes, I want to become happy. So these two lessons of book distribution were my first lessons that I got. If they don't take a book, give them a sweet, or give them an invitation card to the temple. Give them something that they can take back if they're not taking the book. Second, the least you can give them is a very sweet smile. Hare Krishna. Right. But if I go and I talk even more detailed about this thing that I have shared, we were in our Vaishnav attire, small Gurukul boys wearing yellow dhoti kurta with nice tilak. So there was some advantage. We're already very small and we're smiling. Le lo na, please kitab le lo na. Ye Krishna ki kitab hai. Hare Krishna. Please, you want to take a book? And we were all like speaking English. So half of the Indians like in the train were like, ye kon aage, bhai, ye kon aage? Who is this? Who is this? Small children. So the point is, it's good that we can be nicely dressed. We should look fresh, nice tilak on our faces. And the least we can do is give a nice smile, and always remember, and this is the lesson one I want to share. The lesson number one is, Krishna is not looking for perfection. Krishna is looking for your sincerity. Hum perfect nahi the. I was not perfect. I was not a perfect distributor. For the first time, I got a book in my hand. So Krishna does not care about your perfection, but what Krishna is actually looking at is your sincerity, is your effort. Are you really wanting to do this service or not? You might be doubtful. Many times when we go out on the street and we go for book distribution, we are in a doubt. Kya hum ye kar payenge? Kya hum ye kar nahi payenge? Sometimes we become emotional. Sometimes everything seems to be blurry, right? And nowadays I'm giving some sessions on the Bhagavad Gita. So I was contemplating, Krishna also spoke the Bhagavad Gita to whom? During that time when Krishna was speaking the Bhagavad Gita, Pitama Bhishma was standing there, Guru Dronacharya was standing there, Kripacharya was standing there, Dharamraj Yudhishthir was there. It is said Srila Vedavyasji was there. Why did Krishna not speak the Bhagavad Gita to Yudhishthir Maharaj? Krishna, if he wanted to speak the Bhagavad Gita, he could have spoken the Bhagavad Gita to Guru Dronacharya, but he selected Arjuna. Why did he select Arjuna? Arjuna is Karpanya dosha upahat swabhava parichami tvam dharma sammuda chetaha yashreyasyani. Arjuna is confused about his duties. Arjuna is doubtful. So that is where Krishna is trying to tell us, it's okay to be confused. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to be doubtful during book distribution. But even though being doubtful, not confident, if you have the sincerity and if you are endeavoring for Krishna, Krishna will definitely provide help. Because you know what? Who started book distribution? I want to ask some devotees. If anyone wants to answer, please raise your hands. Who started book distribution? Anyone want to add who started book distribution? Any guesses? We're distributing books, but who started book distribution? Come on. Who started book distribution? Anyone wants to add something? Answer. Huh? No, we can't ask Akinchan with the Prabhu. We have to ask someone else. His Grace. Who?
Narottam Das Thakur.
Definitely, Shri Narottam Das Thakur ki jai. Srinivasacharya ki jai. One more name is missing. One more name.
Haridas Thakur.
No.
Shyamananda Pandit.
Shyamananda Pandit ki jai. This three trio. Dear devotees, the next time you hit the streets, the next time we have a book in our hand, next time we try to approach someone before starting book distribution, if we can fall in the lotus feet of Srila Narottam Das Thakur, Shyamananda Pandit ji, if we can fall in the lotus feet of Srinivasacharya, you watch the magic. You just watch it. What will happen? But I want to go even before this. Actually, it is Krishna himself who started book distribution. When we open Bhagavad Gita chapter 4, verse number 1, you will get the answer. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavan Aham Avyayam Vivaswan Mana Vipraha Manur Ikshwa Kavit Bravit. Lord Shri Krishna is saying, dear Arjuna, if you think that I'm speaking this Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is speaking, he means he's distributing it, right? He's sharing his knowledge. If you think I'm sharing this knowledge with you, no, 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 no. Vivaswana mana vipraha. I distributed this Bhagavad Gita first to Surya, to sun, who is called Vivaswan. Hai. And then what did he do? He didn't keep it with himself. I told him to distribute the book. Aage bhejo. He gave it to whom? Manu. He gave it to the king of the Manushya, of the king Manu. And who did Manu give it to? Manu was told, don't keep the Bhagavad Gita to yourself. You distribute it. Aage tum aage maato. Who did he give it to? King Ikshwaku. Who is King Ikshwaku? In the lineage of King Ikshwaku comes King Dasharath. And in the lineage of Maharaj Dasharath comes Siyavara Ramachandra ki jai. So gradually, book distribution started from Krishna himself. And Bhagavad Gita is being distributed since when? Since time immemorial. If the sun god was given Bhagavad Gita, it means jab se Surya hai, tab se Bhagavad Gita hai. So this proves, and this reminds us, dear devotees, this reminds us, Bhagavad Gita is aporshaya. This word comes in the Ishopanishad also. Aporshaya means superhuman. Bhagavad Gita is imperishable. That means this Bhagavad Gita or any book of Srila Prabhupada, if we distribute to someone, anyone, one day or the other, she has to become a devotee, because this knowledge is imperishable. It will hit one day or the other. Have you ever thought, dear devotees, after the morning program in our temples, after the Mangalarti, Krishna has just woken up. Shri Radha Landanishwar have just woken up. Shri Radha Gokulananda have just woken up. Their Mangalarti is done. Samsara Dava Nadanira Loka. Mangalarti ho gaya hai. Everything is done. The curtains are closed. Which is that one seva which is recited in front of the Lord? Tell me. We do not say these many kathas have been spoken. Okay, dear Shri Radha Landaneshwar, we had conducted this many kirtan melas. Dear Shri Radha Landaneshwar, okay, in this weekend we did these many congregation programs. There is only one seva that is recited in front of the lordships. Krishna has just woken up, and we tell Krishna, dear Radha Landaneshwar, the book distribution scores are as follows. Haribol! That means, that shows which is the most favorite seva to Radha Landaneshwar and Gokulananda. It is book distribution, because Krishna wants to know how many devotees were given this, my knowledge. So let me just show you something here. I have to work with one hand. Please bear with me. What is the goal? There is abhidhe, there is sambandha gyan, there is abhidhe gyan, and there is prayojan gyan. Sambandha means you establish a relationship with Krishna. We established a relationship. Okay, now we got a book. Now there is a relationship. We all are here to establish a relationship with book distribution. After that, what happens? abhidheya, we get into those duties, execution of the duties, and then prayojan. What is the ultimate goal of book distribution? Is the ultimate goal of book distribution to become famous as a book distributor? Is the ultimate goal of doing book distribution is that my name will be announced in front of all the devotees? The ultimate goal of book distribution, the prayojan of book distribution, I want to share. These are my humble thoughts. I may be wrong. Please correct me if all the senior devotees are present here. But the ultimate prayojan over here that I find is that we one day or the other get our names on this list. There is this Guru Parampara over here, okay? Guru Parampara. When you see the introduction of Srimad Bhagavad Gita by Srila Prabhupada, it's mentioned here. Krishna distributed the Bhagavad Gita to Brahma. Brahma distributed the Bhagavad Gita to Narad. Narad distributed the Bhagavad Gita to Vyasadev. Vyasadev to Madhva. Madhva to Padmanabh. Padmanabh to Narhari, Madhav, Ashokbya, Jayatirtha, Jnana Sindhu, Dayanidhi, Vidyanidhi, Rajendra, Jayadharma, Purushottam, Brahma Tirtha, Vyasa Tirtha, Lakshmipati, Madhavendra Puri, Ishwara Puri, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki Jai. After Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath, Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Das Raghunath, Krishna Das Goswami, Narottam Das Thakur ki Jai, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Baldev Vidyabhushan Ji, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Gorkishore Das Babaji, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. And then we want names such as Achyuta Sarva Mohan Das, Aditi Mataji, Akinchan Vitta Das. And then we need the name of Bhuvaneshwari Mataji, Gauri D. Mudbhiri Mataji, and then we need to have the name of Jayanti Mataji. Lakshmi Nath Vishwambara Das Prabhu has to be on this list of the Guru Parampara distributing books. That is the Prayojan. Lolakshi Radha Devi Dasi's Mataji her name has to be on that list. Ranjan Nimai Prabhu, and gradually when the name comes on that list, then we can understand we are actually now serving the Guru Parampara. There is a Brahmastra, dear devotees. Ek Brahmastra hai hamare paas. How do we please the Guru Parampara? You know what Prabhupada said? You want to please the Guru Parampara in one go, in one shot. There are so many services you can do, but just by distributing books, in one time, you please this whole Guru Parampara. One. Number two, what should we do that we gain the mercy, the blessings of the Guru Parampara? Every time, devotees are asking, how can we get the mercy of the Guru Parampara? Srila Prabhupada answered as, if you distribute my books, you will get the mercy of the whole Guru Parampara. That's quite something. Okay, let me ask a very simple question. What do you think? Pari Mataji, what is the most important part of the body? Very simple question. What is the most important part of the body?
The heart.
The heart, absolutely. If the heart stops pumping, your heart stops beating or what? The most important part of the body is the heart. If the heart stops beating, then Hari Bol. You know what Prabhupada said? Book distribution is my heart. Srila Prabhupada said, book distribution is the heart of the movement. Just as the body cannot function without the heart, Srila Prabhupada says, the movement, our movement will not be able to sustain itself. It will not be able to go till the next 10,000 years if there is no book distribution. So now this means two things. One, book distribution is Srila Prabhupada's heart. Number two, without book distribution, the movement cannot last, just as the body cannot last without the heart. Number three is the most important. When you distribute a book to someone, it means you're distributing Srila Prabhupada's heart to someone. Wow. This is so sweet. You're distributing Prabhupada's heart to someone. One time a devotee asked Srila Prabhupada,
Prabhu, what is it? Savi irka na?
It's okay. It's okay. A devotee asked Srila Prabhupada,
Mute लगा रखा.
I think they're also asking Prabhupada something about book distribution. It's okay. It happens. So one time a devotee asked Prabhupada, we don't see many people becoming devotees by book distribution. We don't see much change. Prabhupada became very heavy. Prabhupada became very serious. Prabhupada said, you do your job. You do your job and let Krishna do his job. You don't do Krishna's job. What is your job? Jare dekho tare kaho Krishna upadesh. Amara agya, meri agya ka palan karke tare ye desh. Your job is not to see who is becoming a devotee and who is not becoming a devotee. Your job is not to see, okay, if he will read the book or if he will not read the book. Most of the times, when we distribute books, sometimes we, even if after giving the book, we're like in doubt, like, padhenge ya nahi padhenge, maine de to diya. I just gave the book, just to make my score, one more book, one more book. So we just distribute the book, right? But then when we go back, we might be contemplating, will he read the book? Will he become a devotee? That is not our job. Devotees, that gives a lot of like pressure release ho gaya bhai. Our job is not to make devotees. Our job is just to distribute Prabhupada's book. Prabhupada said, you just do your job and let Krishna do his job. If you do your job nicely, if you do your job correct, Krishna will help you. And then His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj says, don't worry if they will become a devotee or not. Book distribution is actually like sowing of the seed. ये अभी आप बीज डाल रहे हो. When you want to make a tree, you first sow the seed, and later on, after many years, the tree comes up. His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj comments, you give the book, and don't worry, let Krishna do the magic. Whoever has got Srila Prabhupada's book in his hand, one day or the other, today, tomorrow, after 5 years, after 10 years, after one lifetime, or after 2 lifetime, after a millennium, he will become a devotee. He has to become a devotee. Devotees, जिसके पास प्रभुपाद जी का heart आ गया, one who has got Prabhupada's heart, who can stop him from becoming a devotee? You tell me. He's got Prabhupada's heart. No one can stop him from becoming a devotee. It is just that time. After some time, one day or the other, he will become a devotee. When we distribute Srila Prabhupada's books, we are actually distributing Srimati Radharani's direct mercy. Few days back, I was in New York, and I was in Shri Radha Govind Dev Ji's temple, and I happened to have the fortune of having darshans of His Holiness Jayadevata Swami Maharaj, and we all know how strict Maharaj is. So a discussion shuru ho gayi about Radha Bhav. We were talking about Radha Bhav. What is Radha Bhav? You see so many devotees chanting Radhe Radhe, and getting carried away with Radha Bhav. So Maharaj looked at me and he got very strict. He was literally like, I could sense it. He's getting angry at me, like transcendental anger, we can say. Govind Krishna, you want to know about Radha Bhav? He was like pointing at me, literally pointing right at me. You want to know about Radha Bhav? Radha Bhav is just not sitting on Radha Kund and chanting Radhe, 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 taking Ganga, taking Jal from Radha Kund and chanting Radhe, Radhe. You want to know what is Radha Bhav? I'll tell you what is Radha Bhav. Radha Bhav is you take Srila Prabhupada's books and you go out on the street, standing on the street from 9 a.m. till 7 p.m. in the evening, trying to distribute Srila Prabhupada's books. Go out, sweat for Prabhupada. That is Radha Bhav. When you can distribute Prabhupada's books, I will consider you to be रंच मात्र जिसको बोलते हैं, doing something close to Radha Bhav. He defined Radha Bhav as book distribution. And this is what exactly Srila Prabhupada said. You know, when I was studying, Srila Prabhupada said, whoever does book distribution, you are in Radharani's team. You are in Radharani's team. Now, who is in Radharani's team? Lalita, Vishaka, Tungavidya, Rangdevi, Sudevi, Champakalata, Chitrasaki. Now imagine your name next to those names. It's, oh my God, what are you talking about, Prabhu? This is too much. We can't handle this. We don't agree. We don't accept this. No, you got to accept it. It is, this is Shastra Praman. I'm not speaking anything from my own. Srila Prabhupada mentions this, and His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj requotes, and he says, let me define book distribution for all of you. Because Tamal Krishna Maharaj was once asked, अरे महाराज जी, तुम ये क्या करते रहते हो? सड़कों पे चलते रहते हो, भागते रहते हो, बस ऐसे ही पुस्तक वितरण करते रहते हो. अरे कुछ ध्यान लगाओ, अरे कुछ तपस्या करो, कुछ साधना करो. अरे do some sadhana, do some tap, do some yajna. What is this, you guys roaming around on the street distributing books? Tamal Krishna Maharaj said, let me just redefine the meaning of tapasya and sadhana and bhajan. Let me tell you what that means, and let me tell you what we are doing. Maharaj said, books are the power of Srimati Radharani. Radharani की शक्ति है पुस्तक. Now let's understand what that means. Radharani is Bhakti Devi. Okay? How many of us agree? Radharani is Bhakti Devi. Bhakti comes from Radharani. How many of us agree? Please show me your hands. All the Devis, whether it's Lakshmi, whether it's Rukmini Maiya, Satyabhama, all the Devis, Tulsi Maharani, and Bhakti Devi, Ekadashi, all the Devis are coming from Srimati Radharani's heart. They appear from Srimati Radharani. Yasya Anshe Lakshmi Durga Adi Ke Shaktaya, Gopal Tap Upanishad. Aha. When you don't remember a shloka, just pray to Rupa Goswami. Close your eyes, pray to Rupa Goswami, and that shloka will appear. Usko aana padega. This is my secret. When I forget a shloka, I just close my eyes quickly and I pray to Rupa Goswami. Okay. So, it is mentioned in the Gopal Tap Upanishad, all the Shaktis are coming from Srimati Radharani. And Bhakti Devi is also a Shakti. And Srimati Radharani, Bhakti is originating from Srimati Radharani. Now we are distributing Bhakti Shastra. हम कौन से शास्त्र डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर रहे हैं? हम भक्ति के शास्त्र ही तो डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर रहे हैं. भक्ति कौन है? राधा रानी. यानी we are distributing शास्त्र of Radha Rani to others. In one sense, we are distributing Srimati Radharani to people. Oh my God. So, Bhakti Devi comes from Srimati Radharani and Bhakti, and we are distributing Bhakti Shastra. So, these books contain all the power of Srimati Radharani. And what is the job of Srimati Radharani? Oh my God, this is deep. Why? Now, you might think, I might not be able to do big distribution. I might not be able to do it. I might not be able to attract that person towards Krishna. You're not doing it. Just do your job. Just go out and distribute the book, because it's Radharani's duty. It's Radharani's job to bring the jiva close to Krishna. When we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we are requesting Srimati Radharani power to serve Krishna. And it is only Srimati Radharani, until Radharani does not sanction, no one can come close to Krishna. You are distributing Bhakti Shastra. Radharani is going to be like so happy. And she is going to empower you, and she is going to empower the other person one day or the other. Because you have got Prabhupada's book, you have got the Bhakti Shastra, you have to come close to Krishna, because Radharani is standing there and she's going to get them close to Krishna. One time, a devotee, very sincere devotee, gradually got a fall down. I'm not going to speak for long because I have another session to give. After this session, I have to give another lecture on the Gita. We are doing 18-day sessions class, but stick with me before you all get bored. But yeah, there's one devotee, very sincere. later had a fall down, but he used to do book distribution day and night, put his blood and sweat in book distribution. And he heard Prabhupada say, whoever does book distribution at the time of death, I will come personally. I will come personally to take him. I will personally take him to Goloka. Now he had a fall down. He got away from devotees, no devotee association, back in his karmic life. He had a sudden heart attack. He's on the deathbed. Not a single devotee to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra in his ears. Everyone materialistic around him. Death came. And you know what were the last words? When he was dying, Prabhupada, you are here. You have come to take me, Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And he left his body. This story was told to devotees after he left his body. They came to ISKCON and they said, who is Prabhupada? He was chanting Prabhupada's name and he said, Prabhupada, you have come to take me. You're fulfilling your promise, even though I had a fall down. Dear devotees, Srila Prabhupada loves book distribution so much, so much. Prabhupada is giving us that relaxation, even though we have a fall down. Prabhupada is saying, if you are completely, sincerely distributing my books, I will take you to Krishna. I will put you in the lotus feet of Krishna. What else? What more motivation do we need to go out there and distribute Prabhupada's books? Prabhupada is holding our hand, taking the guarantee. It doesn't mean that we do a fall down, but Prabhupada is saying, don't worry, I will also handle that. I will tell Krishna, accept him. And when a pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada says, Krishna, accept him, Krishna cannot deny you. We may be the most filthiest, the most rotten, the most sinful. Prabhupada का stamp लग गया ना भैया, कोई नहीं रोक सकता है. Srila Prabhupada, of course. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this is Prabhupada's special mercy on the book distributing devotees. And yes, this is a very nice point. One more that I like to share was just two more points I want to share. Please bear with me. So I was hearing the glories of book distribution. So this very nice close friend of mine, His Grace Madhusudan Prabhu, and he's from Delhi, and he's like the biggest book distributor in India for sure. And he's the disciple of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. So he was. I called him up and I said, प्रभु कुछ सुनाओ प्रभु, मेरे को आगे सुनाना है, करिष्ये वचनम तव, आप कुछ बोलो प्रभु, मैं ऐसे आगे बांटूंगा ना, कुछ ग्लोरी सुनाओ. मैं तो ज्यादा बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर नहीं, I need to share. So Prabhuji told me this story just yesterday. I'm going to share with all of you, and then probably we can close the session. Madhusudan Prabhu said, so one time I was distributing books, okay, and so here is His Grace Madhusudan Prabhu, world famous as the biggest book distributor of India, and it's sunset, सूर्यास्त हो गया भैया, उनसे एक किताब नहीं निकली. Sun is setting and he's not been able to distribute even one book, and all devotees right next to him, that like, भाई साहब किताबें ऐसे निकाल रहे हैं जैसे भाई मिठाई बांट रहे हो, दवा दब दग 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 चल रही है. Madhusudan Prabhu, he is like questioning himself, अरे तू काय का बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर है भाई, तू काय का वर्ल्ड नंबर 1 है भाई, what are you, you're not a world number 1, तू 0 नंबर है तेरा तो. He said, भाई बेइज्जती बचानी पड़ेगी. So he closed his eyes and he did a sincere prayer to who? Two people. He sincerely prayed to Prabhupada and he sincerely prayed to his Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Guru Maharaj. He said, Prabhupada, he told me this. He said, Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, I'm not being able to do it now. I'm not being able to do it today. Can you please come and do it for me? He literally said that. He said, Prabhupada, can you please come and distribute the books for me? Now what happens? See, these are not just mythology. These are not just some kalpanik kahaniya. This is someone who's literally who's put his whole life on book distribution. He's telling us this his story. So when he was like all morose and it was like the climax and okay, let's go back now. While on their way back, so they were all packing the Bhagavad Gitas and all the books and उनकी नजर पड़ी एक फैक्ट्री पे. There was one factory and he just went, let me just do one last try. तो वो फैक्ट्री में घुस गए. तो उनको गार्ड ने रोक दिया. The guard stopped him. He said, अरे महाराज जी कहाँ जा रहे हो? महाराज जी, where are you going? अरे साहब ने बुलाया है. अरे your the owner has called me. साहब ने बुलाया है. हाँ जी साहब ने बुलाया है. थोड़ा तंग के बोले प्रभु जी, लाइक सीरियसली होके. अच्छा अच्छा, जाइए जाइए महाराज जी जाइए. So first he was stopping him and he was saying, अरे तुम जानते नहीं हो साहब ने बुलाया है. नहीं नहीं महाराज जी आप जाइए, प्लीज गो प्लीज गो. Now Madhusudan Prabhu is entering into a factory. He has no idea where he's going. Imagine, dear devotees, imagine. He has no idea where he's going, who he's going to meet. He's already told one lie, he's going ahead. Now, the receptionist stops Madhusudan Prabhu. हाँ जी महाराज जी कहाँ से आए हो, किससे मिलना है, who do you want to meet? अरे साहब ने बुलाया है. अरे the owner has called me. महाराज जी कौन से साहब ने बुलाया है, यहाँ तो बहुत सारे साहब हैं. which department, where do you want to go, there are so many departments here, where do you want to go? प्रभु जी सेड, बड़े साहब ने बुलाया है. इंडिया में ही चल जाता है, बड़े साहब ने बुलाया है. मधुसूदन प्रभु ने बोला बड़े साहब ने बुलाया है. उसको भी नहीं पता बड़ा साहब कौन है. He said बड़े साहब ने बुलाया है. ओ नो नो नो, द बिगेस्ट ओनर ने बुलाया है. अच्छा बड़े साहब ने बुलाया है. तो रिसेप्शनिस्ट कॉल्स दी बड़े साहब. सर वो महाराज जी आए हैं, महाराज हैज कम टू मीट यू. महाराज आए हैं मिलने के लिए. बड़े साहब इज लाइक, हु इज दिस महाराज, मैंने नहीं बुलाया कोई महाराज महाराज को. तो महाराज जी ये तो कह रहे हैं आपको उन्होंने किसी को बुलाया नहीं. अरे नहीं 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 नहीं, उनको बोलो इस्कॉन वाले आए हैं, इस्कॉन वाले आए हैं. तो I'll have to translate it in English. I'm talking in UK. It's okay. Haribol. So पर इसका रस हिंदी में यह है, अकिंचन वित्त प्रभु. मैं क्या करूं यार, this is not going to be able to be translated in English, but it's okay. I'm trying my level best. अब इसको इंग्लिश में कैसे बोलूं मैं? So then what happened is the owner denied entry, but when he was told by the receptionist that some ISKCON person, ISKCON devotee has come, then he personally comes out of his cabin. ठीक है, वो बाहर आ गए, बड़े साहब बाहर आ गए. आमना सामना हो रहा है, ना ये जानते उनको ना ये जानते उनको. No one knows each other. and then वो प्रभु बोलते हैं, ओनर बड़ा साहब बोलता है, हरे कृष्णा जी. मधुसूदन जी ने बोला ये तो हरे कृष्णा बोल रहे हैं, अपने पार्टी का ये तो. हरे कृष्णा, हरे कृष्णा जी, हरे कृष्णा जी, हरे कृष्णा जी, हरे कृष्णा जी. हाँ जी कैसा आने हुआ आपका? बोला बस ऐसे ही निकल रहे थे. I was just leaving from this side and I thought I'll just meet you. So we have the Bhagavad Gita. So I thought I'll give you some Bhagavad Gitas and you can distribute over here in your to your employees. And ऐसे, अरे महाराज जी यार भगवत गीता तो मेरे पास बहुत सारी मैंने ली है, मैंने ले लिया. आई हैव टेकन भगवत गीता महाराज जी, हरे कृष्णा. महाराज आई एम एन इस्कॉन लाइफ मेंबर. अरे इस्कॉन लाइफ मेंबर हो आप? मधुसूदन प्रभु बिकेम इवन मोर पर्सनल. उन्हें जाके हग ही कर दिया, अरे प्रभु हरी बोल करके उनको स्टार्टेड हगिंग हिम. ऑल द रिसेप्शनिस्ट, ऑल द एम्प्लॉयज, ये कौन है भाई, हमारे बड़े साहब को ऐसे हग कर रहे हैं. हमारे यहाँ 1500 एम्प्लॉयज हैं, कोई इनके आसपास नहीं आ सकता. नो वन कैन कम क्लोज टू बड़े साहब. एंड ये महाराज जी आके उनका आलिंगन कर रहे हैं. अरे प्रभु, अरे आप तो हमारे फैमिली के निकले. तो एक काम करो ना प्रभु, आई हैव अ न्यू बुक टुडे. एक बहुत बढ़िया बेहतरीन बुक आई है, लेटेस्ट आई है अभी. मतलब वो कौन सी है? बोले एक कृष्णा बुक आई है अभी, आपको दिखाता हूँ, बहुत सुंदर है, वेरी ब्यूटीफुल, मतलब बहुत सुंदर है. तो कृष्णा बुक दिखाई. तो बोला वाह यार, वेरी नाइस, तो बड़ी अच्छी लगी. तो एक काम करो. बड़े साहब ने कहा डू वन थिंग, आप मेरे को ना इसकी 100 कॉपीज दे दो. कितनी दे दो? प्लीज गिव मी 100 कॉपीज ऑफ कृष्णा बुक. मधुसूदन प्रभु बोलते मेरे को उसी टाइम हार्ट अटैक आ गया. आई गॉट हार्ट अटैक. आई डिड नॉट इवन हैव 100 कॉपीज ऑफ कृष्णा बुक माई सेल्फ. हियर इज बड़े साहब आस्किंग फॉर 100 कॉपीज ऑफ कृष्णा बुक. And Madhusudan Prabhu says, wow, you see, all you need to do is effort. आप प्रयास कर लो, एक बार प्रयास कर लो, एंड व्हेन एवरीथिंग सीम्स टू बी ब्लरी, सब कुछ बंद होने वाला है, कुछ दिख नहीं रहा है, प्रभुपाद जी को एंड गुरु महाराज जी को यू ऑफर योर सिंसियरेस्ट प्रेयर्स. सम बड़ा साहब some badi sahiba will appear. Krishna will send the right person. Krishna will send people to you, and you might be struggling at zero books. Like Madhusudan Prabhu ka scorecard zero pe tha. And at the last ball of the match, you will hit a sixer. आप जीरो से हीरो बन जाओगे एंड 100 copies ऑफ कृष्णा बुक निकल जाएगी. हरी बोल. And last but not the least, I'd like to conclude by remembering the wonderful month of Kartik. This might be a very stupid contemplation of mine, but I literally felt today that Krishna does all this Kartik Damodar Leela. You know why? First, he infuses us with a lot of mercy. है ना. नमः ईश्वरं सच्चिदानंद रूपम. ओहो. कार्तिक मास, दीपदान हो रहा है, धाम यात्रा हो रही है. There's so many धाम yatras. You get to see so many Prabhupada disciples. You get the association of so many senior devotees, so many festivals, Govardhan Puja, Gopashtami, this, so many leelas come. Power pack month, discounted offer. For what? For what? For the next month. For the next month. Krishna saying, बेटा बहुत होगी बैटरी चार्ज. खड़ा हो जा बेटे. बहुत रस ले लिया तूने. Enough of Damodar Ashtakam. Now, instead of deep in your hand, you got to have a book in your hand. Hari bol. This deep has to be transformed into a book. So जैसे इतने हाथ घुमाए ना तुमने दीपों में, ऐसे अब अपने हाथ घुमाओ books को लेकर and go out on the street and distribute Srila Prabhupada's book. Let's remind ourselves, Krishna is not being bound. Yashoda Maya is trying. She's sweating, she's perspiring, पसीना निकल रहा है, होठ सूख रहे हैं यशोदा मैया के. दृष्टवा परिश्वरम कृष्णा. Very nice shloka, है ना? It's mentioned over here in Damodar Ashtakam. I want to say it because I don't want to mispronounce it. I've made a note. If I can find it in my most hopeless handwriting. Srimad Bhagavatam, you can make a note. Srimad Bhagavatam 10.9.20. This is the conclusion of today's talk. Drishtva Parishram Krishna कृपया सीत स्वबंधने. कभी कभी कुछ लोग कृपा सीत बंधने ऐसे बोल देते हैं. मैं भी बोल सकता था ऐसे, लेकिन the right pronunciation is दृष्ट्वा परिश्रम कृष्ण कृपया सीत स्वबंधने. And Srila Prabhupada translates this as, when Krishna saw the labor, parishram, when Krishna saw the parishram of Mother Yashoda, the perspiration on her face, her hard effort, his heart softened with mercy, and he allowed himself to be bound by her. Krishna is not going to be bound by our knowledge. Krishna is not going to be bound by our beauty. Krishna is not going to be bound by our power, our position, our wealth. Premam janachurati bhakti vilochanena santa sadeva hridayeshu vilokayanti yamasham sundaram achintya gunaswarupam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. We can only bind Krishna with the ropes of love. So Krishna sees the efforts, and that is when the mercy overflows. So all we need to do, dear devotees, is just put in our efforts. Everything will follow. Thank you so much. Dandvat Pranam. Hare Krishna. And if you allow any questions or any comments, and of course we can also conclude this session with a nice Vaishnav bhajan. His Grace Chandra Chaitanya Das Prabhuji wants to say something. Please accept my obeisances, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, my Dandavat pranams to you. What you said is extremely pleasing, extremely educative, and extremely blissful for the pleasure of Prabhupada. And you're right, the heart of Prabhupada is book distribution, and book distribution entails telling the person about God, and God is properly enamored by Radharani. And Mahaprabhu came to distribute that love of Radharani to all of us. So it's so wonderful. We are so grateful that devotees like you are inspiring thousands and millions. Thank you so much for your wonderful service.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for your kind words. This is what we live for. When your seniors, uh, appreciate your service, it's like when you are working, your boss, he says, "Wow, बढ़िया काम किया है." When your senior Vaishnava acharyas, when they recognize your service or when they say some words, it could be even डांट भी हो सकती है, it could be chastisement. It's the best thing. It's the best feeling in the world. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for your kind words. Thank you, Prabhuji.
The wonderful encouragement brought tears to my eyes. So hopefully they affect every heart, and they go out. I'm sure Krishna will find the right person, the right recipient for them.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Chandra Chaitanya Prabhu, for your question and reflection. Thank you, Govind Krishna Prabhu. We're just looking for more questions. If there's any more questions to ask, devotees can raise their hand or put in the chat box. If not, then we can go ahead with the bhajan. Okay, it's Jayanti Mataji wants to say something.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranams. As Prabhu told, it was a wonderful session. I just want to say, sometimes we say when we read in our congregation here something, we say, as is a preaching moment, right?
Can you speak again, Mataji? Sometimes in congregation?
We also say that this is a preaching moment.
Yeah.
So you will learn only what you read. You have to talk and say how you did. But that's what, and also we say with the Sankirtan, that book distribution you do. So it's just that how, I don't know if I'm able to put it. We say it's book distribution, the same time preaching, right? What we
Yeah.
talk. So is it book distribution more, or when we preach? I don't know. Past, because it's Sunday Sankirtan, I know that. But at the same time, we say that we hold the BVs, Bhakti Vrikshas, all those for preaching, right? And telling at that time, you do feel when, you're not able to bring in people, right? When they hold it, and as you said, it's Krishna's mercy. But when you're trying that moment, I see book, as you said, you'll give, then you will feel okay, it will take its own time, Krishna's mercy, when that heart will come. Whereas when you're doing this, when you know it's more like saying how Bhakti Vinod Thakur set up Namahatha, right? Here people tried, how we are trying, like that's what I wanted to know. There it feels more, it's different. So how is it preaching moment and this one?
Akinchana Vitapru, can you rephrase the question? Like, I got what Mataji's bhav is. The bhav is clear. The question has to be little, if you can rephrase it for me.
I mean, what I understood was Mataji was mentioning two different preaching, which is one is book distribution, one is Bhakti Vriksha. But
Okay.
I think she meant to say Bhakti Vriksha is more personal connection, and
Yeah.
you got to know them more, you keep a track of their sadhana. But whereas where you mentioned the point that book distribution, we don't think about what they're going to do with the book. So I think it was something around that. So I don't know if I'm able to
Mataji,
explain that nicely.
if you are thinking of keeping a track about their sadhana report also, that's very merciful. That ये तो मतलब वैष्णव para दुखी होता है ना. Like, you're like, I give you the book, you gotta become the devotee right now. Come into my Bhakti Shastri, come into my group. Well, it's named as what I can say is, Mataji, Sunday Sankirtans. Uh, Whatever we do personally, that is our sadhana. That is our own. That is to recharge our battery. As I was reading the motto of this year's classes are, Prabhu, if you can read it out, it's something got to do with your personal sadhana, like, recharge your batteries.
Your sadhana must be strong.
Yeah, so your sadhana must be strong. Sadhana we do for our own selves. Sankirtan, we get into a group and we distribute that kirtan. And yeah, so this is the purpose. Is we are not going to be so much bothered about what is going to happen later on, whether they're going to become devotees or not. But yes, sometimes devotees, when they give their books, they become very personal, they have a chat, and there and then they also are able to call that person to their bhakti vriksha groups. That is also possible, and they're able to call people to the temples. So in that terms, Mataji, book distribution is personal. It's also personal preaching, and it's a definitely Sankirtan, because that book is, after maybe thousands of years, going to explode, and it's also going to make he or she a devotee. So book distribution is both personal preaching as well as far out, preaching. That's what I can add on this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you.
And Pari Mataji got a question, a short one.
Sure.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, yeah, it is actually quite short. I was just wondering when you're coming back to the UK.
That's the question?
That's the question, yeah. Anytime are you going to come back for the MSFs or
When's the next MSF?
On 29th.
29th November?
29th of November. Any in December? Like every month, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, every month. This MSF, we're distributing 560 Gitas for Radha Landaneshwar 56th anniversary.
Wow.
Anyway.
So, Pari Mataji, I'll tell you very frankly, I would have come to London long time back, but I've been barred
Oh,
by
okay.
His Grace Akinchana Vitta Das Prabhu not to show up in the UK without his appearance. So I'm waiting for Prabhu to land in UK, and then I can come. But yes, definitely, I had this excuse me, I had this thought in my mind. I want to come for Christmas, because Prabhuji had told me, Christmas, all this. I have seen Christmas, actually, not literally Christmas, but I left before Christmas, but I saw all those lights and all that stuff. So I wish to come during Christmas time and have darshans of Radha Landaneshwar. I missed out on the Jagannath Rath Yatra. You have no idea how much my heart was crying. Please pray to Radha Landaneshwar, Radha Gokulananda, all the deities you have at your homes, to call me soon, and we should be there. Thank
Jai
you.
Ho. Will
Danda
do.
pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, at least
Pranam.
try to make it before December 21, so that we're gonna get you in a special occasion. It is the Gita Yajna. So if you come at least before December 21, I think it will gonna be great for us.
Oh, wait, who's speaking? Like, because I have to, like, I'm on a phone. I can't
This is
see the
Dupan
people.
Prabhu.
Dipankar Prabhuji.
Yes.
So I have to come before 21st of December.
Yes, Prabhu, if you can.
Arey, ye re. E Dipankar Roy Prabhu. Okay, just 1 minute. I know
Yes.
who to talk to about this. कहाँ पर है हमारे रंजन
Yes.
निमाई दास जी? रंजन निमाई दास जी, ticket book करो. हरि बोल.
More than 500 devotees will gonna stay together, and they will gonna recite the whole Gita on that day.
500 devotees in one place.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Where? वो कौन सा
In
pool
UK,
है?
in
लंदन
London.
में कौन सा pool है वो? क्या है वो?
It's gonna be in East
It's a
London, I think. But
yes, Prabhuji.
yeah, it depends on your schedule, Prabhu. It'll be really nice to have you.
लंदन आई के नीचे बैठेंगे क्या सारे? भगवत गीता पढ़ने. Okay.
नहीं
All
प्रभु
right.
एक हॉल में होगा.
Of course. It's so good to see all of
Perfect.
you. I can
Thank
remember
you so
some
much.
faces.
Thank you, Prabhu.
So nice
Thank
to see all of you devotees. Wow.
Thank you so much, devotees, for your amazing
Thank you.
questions. And I'm pretty sure we'll get him very soon. And we'll see what we can do to get him back to London. If there's no anything, we can go ahead with the bhajan, Prabhu, if you have time.
Yeah. Can you share the bhajan on the screen?
I can. There you
So
go.
all the devotees can also participate. I love this bhajan because, it's like the action bhajan. Like Nityanand Mahaprabhu is on the street. He's been told by Gauranga Mahaprabhu, both Nityanand Mahaprabhu and Haridas Thakur, don't stay in your homes. All right, go out on the street, preach, distribute the holy name. And the whole marketplace has been opened by Sri Nityanand Mahaprabhu. Haridas Thakur is being chastised. He's being whipped. Nityanand Mahaprabhu is like Jagai Madai are, throwing stones on him. He's bleeding. Yet the distribution is not stopping. Look at the mood, the parampara that we are coming under. Nadiya Godru mein Nityanand Mahajan पति अच्छे नाम हट जीवे करा नादिया गोद्रु में नित्यानंद महाजन पति अच्छे नाम हट जीवे करान श्रद्धावान जन है श्रद्धावान जान श्रद्धावान जन है श्रद्धावान जान प्रभु आज्ञा भई मांगे भिक्षा प्रभु आज्ञा भई मांगिए भिक्षा बोलो कृष्ण भजो कृष्ण करो कृष्ण शिक्षा बोलो कृष्ण भजो कृष्ण करो कृष्ण शिक्षा अपराध शून्य होए लो कृष्ण नाम अपराध शून्य होए लो कृष्ण नाम कृष्ण माता कृष्ण पिता कृष्ण धन प्राण कृष्ण माता कृष्ण पिता कृष्ण धन पान नादिया नादिया गोद्र में नित्यानंद महाजान पति उलुध्वनि पति यछे नाम हटो जीवे करान ओ नादिया गोद्र में नित्यानंद महाजान पति यछे नाम हतो जीवे करान अपराध शून्य होए लो कृष्ण नाम अपराध शून्य होए लो कृष्ण नाम कृष्ण माता कृष्ण पिता कृष्ण धन प्राण कृष्ण माता कृष्ण पिता कृष्ण धन प्राण ओ नादिया अरे नादिया गोद्र में नित्यानंद महाजन पति अच्छे नाम होत जीवे करान नादिया गोद्र में नित्यानंद महाजन पति अच्छे नाम होत जीवे करान. One more stanza is left. कृष्ण रे संसार कोरो छोड़ी अनाचार कृष्ण रे संसार कोरी छोड़ो अनाचार जीवे दया कृष्ण धाम सर्व धर्म सार जीवे दया कृष्ण नाम सर्व धर्म सार नादिया गोद्र में नित्यानंद महाजान पति अच्छे नाम हट जीवर करा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम सभी बोलो हरे राम 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 हरे हरे जयंती माता जी संकीर्तन everyone will chant together हरे कृष्ण
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare,
हरे
Hare
राम
Krishna,
राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण
Hare Krishna, Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna
हरे
Hare Hare,
हरे
Hare Ram, Hare
राम
Ram,
हरे
Ram
हरे
Hare Hare.
नादिया
Godra mein
हो गया भैया हो गया.
Hare
So we will
Ram.
quickly go through the translation of this wonderful bhajan.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for your beautiful bhajan and beautiful voice.
Thank you, Akinchana with the Prabhu. You have the translation on the screen.
Translation, I don't have, but I
Okay,
can.
then I'm gonna quickly recite the translation because I might get kicked out of my next class. I can see some
Sure.
devotees have started joining in. They know like ये तो वहां तो नहीं आएंगे, यहीं आ जाते हैं. Okay, it's good.
Sure.
Okay. In the land of Nadia, on the island of Godruma, the magnanimous Lord Nityananda has opened up the marketplace of the holy name, meant for the
I think I'll go upstairs.
deliverance of the fallen
I'll go.
souls. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes,
Okay,
Prabhu.
we'll continue. Stanza 2. O people of faith, Shraddhavan jana hai, people of faith. Prabhu Ragya bhai mangiye Viksha. Nityanand Mahaprabhu saying this. By the orders of Lord Gauranga, O brothers, I beg. Nityanand Mahaprabhu is begging us to distribute books. Imagine, Nityanand Mahaprabhu is begging us to distribute books. Oh, brothers, I beg these three requests of you: chant Krishna's names, worship Krishna, and teach others about Krishna. Means distribute the books. Aparadha shunya hoye lo Krishna naam. Being careful to remain free of offenses. That's about the sadhana. That's the motto of this year's about sadhana. We do sadhana. I don't have time right now, Prabhu, but everyone here is anyways doing extreme serious sadhana. But sadhana should be completely offenseless, away from offenses. Disciple means discipline. Discipline nahi hai sadhana mein, to fir seva bhi theek se nahi ho payegi. Yeah. So being careful to remain free of offenses, just take the holy name of Lord Krishna. Krishna is your mother, Krishna is your father, and Krishna is the treasure of your life. Like, look at the lines. Wow. Krishna is the treasure of your life. Krishna re samsar koro chhadi anachar, jive daya Krishna naam sarva dharmasar. Giving up sinful activities, carry on your worldly duties only in relation to Lord Krishna. The showing of compassion to other souls, which means book distribution. The showing of compassion to other souls is actually the book distribution. So, the showing of compassion to other souls by loudly chanting the holy names of Krishna is the essence of all forms of religion. Sarva Dharma Sar Pustak Vitran. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
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 Anything else?
Govind Krishna Prabhu ki Jai.
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 Jai. Jai.
Thank you
Thank you,
so much,
Prabhuji, for a
Prabhu.
wonderful session. Haribo.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Prabhu.
Hare
Prabhu.
Bol.
Thank you.
Thank you
Wonderful
so
Thank you
class.
so
much,
much,
everybody.
Prabhu.
Prabhuji,
Hare
Hare Bol.
Krishna.
Prabhuji,
Thank you.
London.
बेसिकली
Thank you
इनको
so much,
टिकट निगरानी है
Prabhuji.
मेरी,
Hare
ये ऐसी
Krishna.
वर्चुअली बुलाते रहेंगे, मैं समझ गया हूँ. It's fine. मुझे पता है सब
Hey,
अपने.
Prabhu, we're gonna see you on December 21st.
I hope so,
Definitely.
Prabhu. I
Get
missed
you, we'll get
Thank
you
you, book
501.
soon.
Tatkal ticket looks like,
There
bro.
are 500 coming. I'm the
Thank you,
501.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
Prabhu.
dear devotees.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so
Hari
much,
Bol, Prabhu. Hari Bol.
Hare
Govind
Krishna,
Krishna
Dandavad
Prabhu.
Pranam.
And I won't take much of your time because I know you have another session to deal with. So thank you so much for having spending your time with us and coming here to
Please.
give us some nice inspiration. It was very nice, especially stories from Madhu Sundar Prabhu. It was very gave me
Yes, yes,
goosebumps.
yes.
And
I can
yeah,
see Her
thank you so
Grace
much.
Yamuneshwari Devi Dasi Mataji. Please accept my sincere. When I say sincere, it sounds so fake, but please, Mataji, accept my obeisances and all the senior devotees in this session. Please forgive me for my offenses. I gotta go now. Before.
Hari
Thank you.
Bol.
Dandavad Pranam. Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Prabhupada.
Thank you.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Thank you, dear devotees, for
Hari
joining.
Bol. Jai Srila
So,
Prabhupada.
Who is the
Jai.
next week, Prabhu? Who is the next week?
We'll see you next week. The next speaker is Radhesham Prabhu. So
Haribol.
it's very important
Haribol.
to be there because Radhesham Prabhu is a very stalwart book distributor. He has made many youth groups into book distribution, probably one of the top temple, if it is ISKCON Pune. So he's the leader of book distribution there. So really nice to see all of you again next Sunday. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for organizing, Prabhu. Thanks a lot. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Thank you,
Thank
Prabhu.
you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Haribol.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Haribol.
Hare Krishna.